what Ophios's
hamsters.
OnlyFans would include would be all of those.
But
like,
you don't have a snake dick. We've been over this.
Yeah,
all you
but-
have are those fat cakes.
but he would be the king of deep throat. I've already told you this.
We can agree to disagree.
Unhinge that
okay?
jaw. That's all I'm
Exactly, and his whole
All right,
body.
look, I don't know if a vor fetish is the right place.
He doesn't have a snake dick. He has a normal human dick because he's human down there.
Down there.
Edward, can we roll to see how human he is down there?
Yeah, here.
Completely average human.
/R 1d20. He has to natty 20. He's 100% human. Okay, sound like a plan?
What is a natty one?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Oh, it's a 17. All right.
Actually,
it's a negative 17.
negative 17.
No.
It's a 2.
all right.
Dang, looks like you're full snake dick. That sucks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Urge to TC on that one. I do not blame you, sir. I do not blame you, sir. All right. Let me make that adjustment over there. That's 2. So what's up, everybody? You ready to go? Like I said, it is the next day now. And as the next day, you guys are pulling the camera over to Rena, who woke up in the cell, all sorts of fucked up and injured. But don't worry about it. You're good because you're actually, conscious, fell unconscious, conscious again.
Did Rena sleep? We need to roll for sleep.
She was able to sleep, but I would say, Rena, it was not the most restful of sleep, and unfortunately, he did beat the living shit out of you. You know what I mean? So, out of your character, you're at level 4. I would say you probably have out of your what are they called? HD. You probably have 2 of them left, which is fine because we almost never use them anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But you do have HD. You have 2 out of the 4 usually on you, but you're full health.
Right.
I have all your abilities and everything. And here you are sitting alone in the cell, waiting for the time. Now, while you're here alone, Rena, obviously the plan for them is to break you out. But you also know there's somebody down here specific you're looking to find, and that you were supposed to be their inside person. The only time a guard has come in here was last night when you were trying to sleep. A couple of guards came in and tried to, taunt you. But honestly, you were injured. You were sleepy. It was annoying. They said things, but you just ignored it. Then in the middle of the night, you were literally woken up by somebody throwing water on you. And you're like, you fucker. But again, something you can do. You're inside the cell. He's not, so on. The next morning when you wake up, you know that you are supposed to be of some aid, not just stuck in the cell. You know that they're going to attack at some point in time today, but you don't know when. You also know that a guard walked in at one point around when you were waking up. It's probably what woke you up, the turning of the key in the lock. And opened the door, came in, and put food on the floor in front of you, which was food. It's not like they pissed in it or anything stupid, right? It was just food. It was meant to be breakfast. Not particularly good, but it's food, like scrambled eggs, whatnot,
I imagine they took a bite of it and put it on the plate.
No, this guy just put food in there. Like, he was just a decent person. And he left. Shortly after you eat your food, maybe like 45 minutes, an hour later, another guard comes in. One of the whole idea comes in, shuts the door behind him. You vaguely remember him. It's one of the douchebags from the night before. Comes in, and he's like, Rena. Oh, I'm so excited. We finally caught Queen of the Snakes. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty happy that, you're gonna get strung up, aren't you?
Not gonna say anything.
Comes over and, leans on the bars. So, word is, you used to serve the Peredhel. Word is you were a lieutenant. What kind of lieutenant were you?
She's just gonna like sniff and then just spit in his direction, not say anything.
You spit in his direction. He's like, you motherfucker. As he goes and he grabs out, a sword, and he rests it so the blade is between the actual bars itself. One of those, with how deep this cell is, it wouldn't be too hard. I mean, could you evade to a degree? Sure, you're talented, but he could reach you from where you are, and you're kind of trapped in a cage, thrusting the sword through if he cared to do so. And he's like, you try that shit again, and I say we get he says you try that shit again, and I think you'll be a little bit lighter hanging from that rope. So he kind of like after like the moment passes, she says nothing. He allows it to like settle in, puts the sword away. Shk. So what was it, Lieutenant Centurion? Lieutenant Tactician?
I actually, what was it, Scott? I can't. I think it was. She was like pretty high. I think it was like.
You weren't in the military, remember?
I was for like a hot minute, but it was
not in the Peredhel. Oh, that's right, you were. But unfortunately, you actually would have just been a inclame, a conscript. So actually, I think you were a champion. Yeah.
Okay.
You earned your rank up to a champion. So this is for an inclame soldier. So he's talking about an officer. He's making the assumption that you were Peredhel, like you were born and raised in this nation.
Right. She'll say, is that what they say about me?
Say a lot of things.
Like what?
It's all bullshit since you're here in the cell. Where's your snakes at?
How did the snake thing start?
This came from Zatishk. Apparently, the commander out there hired some people to go looking into who killed those commanders. Word is they came back with a skull. And that skull had a few words to say.
What did it say?
Talked about a snake person that served you. Is it true? Are there snake people? Or is it just another one of the lies they came up with about you?
Tell me, do you believe everything that's told to you?
Oh, no. I think it's mostly bullshit. Which is why you're sitting there, all dainty and pathetic in your cell. Slinging spit because you ain't got nothing else.
So what, are you bored? You have nothing better to do either?
Some of those people you killed are friends of mine.
We all lose people.
Oh, you trying to humanize yourself?
It's just a fact.
He's like kind of judging the situation. He almost seems, Roman insight, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Bad Scott, always trying to give away information for free. You make him earn it. You roll those dice.
Scott, did she get my snake message last night?
No snake message came to her. Otherwise, there'd be a snake roaming around in the cell down here, because how could it get back out?
Snakes can climb walls, dude.
Oh, yeah? Vertical walls?
To an extent.
What, their spider legs?
To an extent.
They can go vertical, and if there's a ledge, they can kind of almost like...
if they can get their head basically across it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So insight, you get nothing. So he sits there and says, so how many did you kill?
Sounds like you've got a number you want to hear.
I'm just wondering what you're going to say.
Why does it matter? I'm here, aren't I?
Call it morbid curiosity.
What's your name?
Tyler.
Damn it, Scott.
Wait, what the fuck?
Okay,
did you name
Tyler.
him? Tyler. Sorry, I'm always late. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You gotta love Floridians. They always make jokes funnier.
Damn, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
One word to break.
Why don't we just skip to the part where you tell me the names of the people that you think I killed?
He says he rattles off a few names. Honestly, if they're true, you wouldn't know. You don't know their names.
Egg him on. Ask him how they were dismembered.
It's the cost of war. isn't it?
Is that what this is? A war? One woman army? Well, you have some lackeys too. You got your snake people.
Here you go again with the snakes. What's everybody talking about snake people?
It's the word on the street. Queen Rena, Queen of the Snakes.
I admit it does have a nice ring to it.
I personally was a little partial to Rena the Destroyer.
Whatever fits the bill, I suppose.
Rena the Hung is starting to weigh on me, though. I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, Tyler.
Same. Just kidding.
Not what I meant. Not like.
Why not both?
Why? ¿Por qué no los dos?
She's like, and people are like, it's true.
Man, Rena is hung, Scott.
She's still touching the floor. Oh.
Is this Doxy hashtag long boob coming back? Is that what it is?
Oh my gosh.
Moving on.
Please somebody clip that.
All right. So, anyways, he says, so he actually is going to. Sorry. So he actually stands up off of the bars and goes, "I guess you're not that fun, are you? All right. See you at your funeral." And he starts walking over towards the door, opens it, shuts it behind him, locks it. What are you doing there, Rena?
And I'm the only person in any of the cells that's in this particular room, right?
I'm sorry?
Am I the only person in this particular room? Like, how many cells are there? It's just mine, or is there
It's
multiple?
2 cells that can hold multiple people. You're the only one inside this room.
I'm the only person. Okay.
There is a common cells area. Funny enough, actually, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You actually hear, like when you came down here last night, it was rowdy upstairs with the drinking and whatnot, but down now you can actually hear a buzzing of noise coming through that door. Like a good number of voices on the other side of this door over here. I mean, your head still hurts, your neck still hurts. You literally got blasted in the side of the head twice and whatnot. You got some cuts on you that are barely treated. It's not a good scenario, but you still get enough of your senses around you, despite the ringing in your ears, to hear the volume of people from the other side of this, whatever this door is.
It just sounds like a lot of people, or
A
just
good
a small
number
group?
of people talking to each other.
Okay. Did we decide around what time of day this was kind of going to take place, or not really?
You did not get an exact time of day. You knew that you were meant to be useful from the inside, and that Tyler at some point in time will join you. You knew that they were going to attack from the outside. It was too hard to coordinate the exact time of day because it all depended on so many other factors that you didn't know yet.
Right. She's going to go over to the, where the door is and just kind of inspect the lock.
So because you have a cell between you and that door, you'd have to pop your cell lock first.
Oh, not the door itself. I'm talking about the cell lock.
Yep, absolutely. You go over, you inspect it. I mean, honestly, what Dwayne had suggested to use for a practice and what Yondis had given you to use for practice, you don't know a lot about what locks, but this does seem a lot similar, like very similar.
And I have 2 lockpicks?
You have lockpicks on you, and you have the little knife.
Right, the knife.
It looks like a toothpick, I said.
I mean, she's going to grab one of the lock picks and see if she can't fiddle with the lock. Just a little, not really kind of, just testing it out, really feeling for it.
Sure. Did you add lockpicks to your character sheet yet?
No.
That's fine.
Sorry.
We can do that real quick. So I'll do that real quick for you. Lock. Or are they called thieves' tools? They might be called thieves' tools.
Yeah, they don't have lockpicks individual.
So it's
Is that
proficiencies, thieves' tools. Bam. And then here, it's going to be proficient, but only against these locks here. You're not proficient with this outside of this scenario. Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yep. Alrighty, and it's you go over there, you start fiddling with the lock. Do you actually try to pick it or no?
Am I getting the sense that it's probably something that I could easily do, just based on how it is?
Yes. Easily, no. I mean, it took you countless hours to figure out how to open it just a few times yesterday, and that was before you had your head bashed in by an acquaintance.
Yeah, she might just start to like try to kind of unlock it. Like, but listening for like the people outside of the door. Like if she hears any kind of movement coming her direction, she's gonna back off.
As you reach to grab the lockpicks, because you've already fiddled with the lock a little bit, as you reach to grab the lockpicks, you pull up both the lockpicks and what's kind of like tied to it, the little dagger. And as you're like holding them and separating the two, the dagger catches your attention for a moment. And you look down at it, and you can just feel there's a power in this dagger. No, it's not the dagger. You feel her presence again.
This bitch is everywhere.
You don't know why
Always watching.
You don't know why it is she keeps standing with you, but she is now. As a matter of fact, she is now with both Prayer to the Gods and Aid of the Martyr. So you have +2 attack rolls, +1 to damage rolls, +1 to skill checks and saves. So keep that in mind. You can also, I'll add Prayer to the Aid of the Martyr to you right now. Bam. Yeah, prayer right here. Bam. Oh, I rolled minimum, sorry. So 6 temp HP. Don't forget to throw that onto your little mini there.
Okay.
It's out of, what's the maximum you can roll? 8 + 5 is 12. It's out of 12. Okay. So there you go. And you can start doing your lockpick check.
Okay, cool.
It's proficiency, it's dexterity. It's one of those things where you go to pick the lock, and unfortunately, literally as you go to pick it, the lock gets snagged, twisted, and hung there. It's a precarious moment. You know full well this is exactly what Yondas tried to warn you about. If your lock gets caught just like this, he showed it to you. If it gets caught like this, there's a very specific way to remove the lock. And if you screw it up, you will break it. I'm going to need you to roll me a flat dexterity check to try to very carefully remove this pick from the lock without breaking it.
Don't forget we have luck die.
Wait, do you have inspiration?
No, I don't think so. I used it.
Okay.
Different.
Poor Will. Oh, sorry. Dexterity is at 11 +1 because of Prayer of the Martyr makes it a 12. Do you want to use a luck die?
Dice.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
the luck die thing actually works. You can click it now.
Oh, okay,
In theory, it does. You probably just have to re-add.
I don't even see the button anymore.
Yeah, you have to re-add the button because I deleted all of them to fix it. Daddy's dice isn't working yet, but Josh and I said we'll fix it later.
It's under the gear, and then it's.
Click
it's under
roll.
the hand.
Well, it's
yeah,
funny where your
macro
window is. I usually don't have a PC there, so
I know. I get the.
Yeah, I still put the notifications right in your face.
That's
Sorry.
alright.
Click it now.
It's not the first thing that's run
Not
over
the
my
cog
face.
wheel, it's the 3 bars to the left of the cogwheel.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
It's the hamburger menu. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a total of a 14. You're able to very carefully remove. DC 13 is what I had set for you to remove that lockout without breaking it. It's injured, sure. Yondas will probably notice, but it functions without any penalties to the roll. So you're going to you pull it out. You can try again.
Okay.
I mean, are you trying to actually pick the lock right now, or was that you just practicing?
Well, if it took me hours to get it figured out when I was practicing, I figured the earlier she starts, the better.
Because
she doesn't want to be trying at the last minute and then she can't get it open.
I mean, I would have said in the planning stages, we would have talked about the fact that you wouldn't want to alert them to you picking the lock beforehand, because then they thoroughly search you even more.
I mean, yeah, they're obviously distracted right now.
Well, I mean, it's your character's decision, but in the plan base, it was like when Ophios showed up, that's when it was
Just
get
do
you
it.
out
But,
time.
but Ophios might not be able to get there. Ophios could show up late. So on and so
She's
forth.
gonna try again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right.
She's preparing herself. Okay. So you get a 10 total. That's an 11 with what's it called? I can tell you without you wasting. Actually, I can tell you that it is within reach with a luck die.
It's a 15. Oh shit.
Oh God.
How much luck do we have after that?
We have
last
two.
luck
We'll
roll?
only have one after if I do it this time, but we have 2 right now.
Do you want to just wait and
Do it.
try again? I don't know how much time.
25% chance you get out right now.
Do it.
Oh.
It doesn't work. Unfortunately,
All right.
it doesn't work. So you what was I saying? You try it, and unfortunately, it doesn't work again. I imagine Rena, after having fiddled with there, almost broken the lock pick, and getting stuck a couple times, so on and so forth, maybe be a little frustrated and want to sit down again. A couple of hours pass. Eventually, it's lunchtime, and a guard does come in. Different guard from before, so on and so forth, and eventually walks over, comes over and says, "How you holding up?
Oh, fine.
You got pretty banged up when you got brought in here. Your wounds might get infected."
Don't suppose you have anything for that?
I do. It's just you're categorized in a way that I can't really give you anything without being under strict guard. I'd help you out, but really I'm not allowed to. But if you want some alcohol or something to clean the wounds, maybe dull the pain.
Yeah, I won't say no.
All right. He puts the plate down. It's like a ham. It's like a mutton and cheese sandwich. That's it.
This is not the same guy who brought the food before, or do I know?
Honestly, it may have been, but you were kind of like half asleep as he came in and did it. He leaves, allowing a couple minutes to pass. Do you just eat the food, or do you just sit there and wait, or?
She'll eat while she's waiting.
Don't ooh-woo, Josh. Do not ooh-woo my brother. It's uncomfortable. You eat the food and wait and be patient. He comes back a couple minutes later, him with another guard. Unfortunately, it was the same guard that came in earlier. Comes in. He's got the bottle of liquor. You can imagine it's a very high content spirit, and a couple of rags. Passes them through the bars. Says, "You can use these to tend to yourself," but him and the other guard have spears on them. And the other guard very happily, sits there with the spear rested on the bars and pushes it in and says, "Don't get any ideas," as he pokes you slightly with the spear. The other guard looks at him and is like, "Don't do that. She's got to dress her wounds. We're not supposed to give her new ones." He goes, "Oh, I don't even know why we're wasting our time doing this. She's going to die soon anyways." He goes, "We have rules. We have laws for a reason. She's not a good person, but it doesn't mean we have to be the way she is." And he looks back at you and says, "Please don't take too long." And also, not apologetically, but drops the spear down as well, but keeps it like the actual head of the spear won't pull almost all the way back in the bars. So it's not all the way in.
So they're just standing there waiting.
Yep, while you have rags to dress up your wounds and liquor to pour on them. And I imagine you can take a swig or two yourself if you want to.
Yeah, she'll probably do that, but she's not going to waste time. She's just going to take care of it quickly. Okay.
Oh! Do you see that go?
I know.
Beautiful. So you actually are pretty good, pretty efficient. It's one of those things where you did serve before. You do know how to fight, so on and so forth, right? Like, so you take that, you just pour over the wounds, and I imagine there's little winces here and there, but you don't whimper, you don't whine, you don't even grunt. You know what I mean? Just like, and you allow it to get all the wounds to get cleaned out. Take a couple swigs before, like, that really nasty one on the side of your head. It's like glug, glug, glug. and then close your eye and allow it to, and then you have some of the alcohol is like pouring right to your tear duct, and it like burns like a motherfucker and stuff like that. As you allow the wounds to clean out, and then you just like dab them all and wrap up areas and whatever. And before you give the bottle back, there's like a little bit left at the bottom. Do you give it back that way, or do you want to finish it off?
Oh, she just finish it off. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Roll me a Constitution save for no reason.
Okay.
I knew that's why that was there. The DM dangles something in front of you.
F.
It burns on the way down and fills up your belly with fire. Oh, it feels good. But nonetheless, you hand back the empty bottle. The guard that seems like a dick, that's kind of a dick, takes the spear back forcefully, flips around and shoves it in like the haft of it, trying to like, hit you at the other end because you would almost like defiantly swig the rest of the alcohol first. Do you try to dodge it, or do you just take the hit?
She'll just take the hit.
So it's kind of, as you take it. The other guard, seeing you just take the hit, you clearly could have seen it coming well in advance. As he grabs the bottle from you, you take the hit. It's the fact that his hand is holding on to the bottle that it doesn't get dropped. You kind of like, drop down a little bit for it. And he looks over, he's like, would you stop? Let's go. Let's just go. And like gets the guy out of there. It's one of those moments where as he shoves the other guy getting out of the door, like, what? You're being a fucking, and shoves him out. He doesn't give like an apologetic look, but you can definitely see he's very uncomfortable with the situation as he like looks back for half a second and then shuts as he's shutting the door behind him. They disappear. Ophios, you had sent a snake to go deliver a message. You sent it last night. The problem is, the snake doesn't know where the fuck that is. It took a long time to figure it out. Eventually, the snake comes over to the window. Rena, you hear like a as the thing is trying to sniff out if the target it's looking for is actually inside this window.
Can I see it?
It smells, Rena. And Rena, you see that there's a snake in the window, not Ophio-sized snake.
Right. Regular sized snake.
It's an Ophio-sized snake.
It's a little snake.
So it starts slithering down the sloped window well, like I described beforehand, and eventually it kind of gets to the point where it is going to drop onto the ground below. Do you try to like reach out to catch it before it falls, or?
If I'm close enough, yeah, I guess I'll try to help it.
Roll I suppose athletics to reach out enough to like, or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics, yeah.
Okay. So you were actually with at 15. You're a little tipsy, but you do have Prayer of the Martyr on you at the moment. Sorry, Prayer of the Gods on you at the moment. You reach out and are able to catch the snake. You can see it actually has a bit of parchment stuck to it somehow. Tyler did that. He actually grabbed some gum off of the bottom of his shoe
and stuck it to the snake. What's
the
it
snake
say?
holds it in its mouth, dude.
Oh,
it swallows it and regurgitates it.
Oh, that's even better.
That's how snakes work.
Like a cat.
That's not how it does it. Have you ever seen a snake start eating an animal the wrong direction and then it regurgitates it and fixes it so that it can actually swallow it?
No,
I have. I had 2 pet snakes growing up. They do that. It's pretty frequent. Like an arm gets lodged that way and they're just like, I can't do it this way. So they regurgitate it, adjust, and pull it, start eating it.
Is that like when you go to take a sip of soup or cereal and you make a mistake and then you have like a little bit of white stuff in your beard and you're like, oh, messy.
No.
Okay. Rena?
So what does the note say?
Thing, Scott.
The note simply reads, I have yours backs.
Oh, Rena.
She's just
You're
gonna
alone.
He's gonna crumple it and just toss it in the corner.
All by myself.
What does this snake do? Is it just sitting there?
It's a snake.
I want to pet the snake.
Roll me an animal handling.
Okay.
I wanted to bite you.
You want the garter snake to bite her?
You pet the snake.
Yay! Okay, sorry. I wanted to get one fun roll there.
All right, Rena. Time passes now, unless you try to pick the lock again.
What you said it was lunchtime. That's like a little bit after lunch, so it's like the afternoon now.
Yeah.
Can I hear anything?
Roll perception. Aside from the occasional footsteps walking around directly over the area where you are, because it's wooden overhead, aside from occasionally hearing that, you once again can hear like a good amount of noise coming through the door. Same as before.
Like, does it sound like, just that they're talking out there?
There's a good number of people out there talking, yeah. It never seems to have stopped.
Feeling a 20 coming.
I'll try again if I think it's the same circumstances.
I'm hoping for that 1.
I'm feeling a 20, not a 1.
I'm feeling a 1. Come on, Rita, rolling that 1.
What are we rolling?
Let's try to pick the
Lock
lock
pick.
one more time.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, right down the middle.
Or in the middle, yeah.
Use that last luck.
Yeah,
She's
because
15.
the DC was a 15, so
15. Well, technically,
16.
I had 15 already.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot.
Increment
replenish
that.
that lock.
Yeah.
Yep,
Replenish.
so
I'm
back to
sorry.
2. You're back to 2.
I forgot about that.
Because guess what? You got one in the interim since last time you rolled a luck, so it's back to 2. So,
Oh.
you have a 15. So you
Lit.
pick the lock. It actually pops open.
Oh, sick. Okay, I want to grab the grower, not a shower sword.
Grower, not a shower sword.
Can we clip that? Can we clip that? Let's clip that. Well, I want to send it to Cryptic.
Can't we just call it the Daelric sword?
No.
Oh.
No, because I want to send it to her husband. That makes it less comfortable.
You want to know what's really funny about the grower, not a shower stats? Generally speaking, when erect, growers are bigger than showers. So
That is true.
Why are we talking about these
because
statistics?
science,
brought
bitch.
it up.
This is
Because
the more
science
you
man-
know.
This is Tyler has to read to make himself feel better. He's just like, you know what?
That's not.
Look, guys.
I took human sexuality in college. It's in all of that stuff. That's
If-
really
You know what,
weird.
Tyler? I can confirm that.
Thanks. If we,
I've had
if we
ample
clip
opportunity to say.
Can I? Okay. I'm just gonna have it in my hand. I'm not going to turn it into a alternate weapon. I just want to listen outside the door.
Sure, you press your ear against the door and make me another perception check.
Okay.
You listen, you hear the murmuring of a good number of voices, but you can't make out what they're saying or anything like that.
And yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back in the cell. And kind of, can I set the door like sort of closed so that it's not locked?
So you can pull it shut, and so it just sits shut without actually being locked. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and she's gonna go back to the cell.
Do you let the snake out?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Up to
I
the
help him out.
up to where the drop is, so it can
Yes.
go. It can slither its way the rest of the way out.
So he-
Climbing, Tyler.
Be free.
Beautiful.
Yeah, help the snake out. She's gonna wait
Cool. So
just a bit.
Yeah.
Till
Outside, you boys, bored, waiting. And then it happens. The Thieves Guild, they finally grab up the clothes that belong to the accountant, and they bring the clothes to the they bring the clothes to an area where they can be found.
Clearly with a hand axe hole in the back of it with blood.
Yep, all the details that were there before. And the streets were already rowdy after the raids that had happened all night, after Rena having been captured, after all that stuff took place. Then when this happens, when this is delivered to the guards, and it's delivered to them. Delivered to my apologies, not the guards, but to the leaders of the city. The way that they choose to react to this, they send the guards on full force out. They know for a fact that Rena's allies are still about. She's in custody, but the rest of them are trying to send a message. They're trying to threaten them. And now, at the moment of at the cusp of their victory, and this stupid battle with this damned woman, they're going to win. They send out all of their guards throughout the city. I mean, obviously a couple of them hang back in the barracks to make sure it's guarded. Of course, some of them hang back with the two leaders, which their positions are called the Kit Ray and the Commander, to make sure that they are actually taken care of.
Are they doing a speech or something on the town like we were hoping?
Nothing as of yet.
Okay.
I mean, the execution would probably be public, so we could wait till then.
If you wanted to wait for an execution or something like that, sure. But the number of guards that come flooding out is ridiculous. It's immense. They come pouring out of this place throughout the town. I mean, the numbers were already dwindling before all the attacks happened. Then they dwindled more because of Laszlo's attacks, Rena's attacks. But there's still a good just over 24 guards left in the entire city. And they're pretty much all out doing their jobs of bashing in doors, grabbing people, apprehending, questioning. You know, it is a very hostile environment. I mean, you guys can, of course, choose to engage these guards. But if you do, any combat that you face, no matter how weak the foe, always has a chance of a slip-up. Always has a chance of an injury. You were advised, of course, before to wait. Hang back. That's not what your job is. That's Laszlo's job, to handle that. What do you boys do?
Ophios goes to meet with Nightingale.
Okay.
He would probably ask Yondis to join him.
Sounds good.
The getting in and out of the Orpheum, you imagine with how things are playing out, they know the Orpheum is like the place where you guys have been hiding out. The number of people that have been round up there recently, the fact that they sprung an attack on Reno when you guys first got back to town just a couple days ago. You know that this is a place you can't come in and out of very often anymore. This might be the last time you're going to be able to go in and out again. Even to do that, I'm going to need you guys to roll me stealth checks.
Nightingale's not in the Orpheum?
I'm saying that's where you would be going to talk to her.
Oh, I thought we were still in the Orpheum.
No, because you're keeping a finger to the pulse of the city.
Oh, right. So we need a stealth check. Is it a group stealth?
No. Each of you individually.
Can my 27 give
Because
him
you guys
advantage?
wouldn't be able to travel as a group. It would be too dangerous. What was that?
Can my 27 give him advantage?
No.
Honestly, if things were rowdy as it is, Ophios literally would have given you the haversack and he went in snake form. He would have given you his gear and went in snake form.
Thinking being a snake makes you stealthier.
I mean,
Because it gives me advantage and they get disadvantage on.
it does because it's a magic item that makes it stealthier.
Yeah.
He literally has camo as a snake.
In real life, that's insane.
Would
No,
I
no,
just
but he
have
has a
stayed
magic
there?
You would have been at the Orpheum, I think.
Right. Yeah, I would have stayed at the Orpheum. Yeah.
You also aren't known to be one of their crew at all
Right.
for any reason, so you don't have to just stay there. You can go in and out as you feel fit.
Yeah.
Feel. But I would say that the more time you spend going in and out, people would recognize you. So.
Understood. I think I would have just stayed in the Orpheum because I don't really have a reason to leave.
And why are you going snake mode?
Because we're trying to be stealthy and the city was going crazy. And why is that only a 6?
It's not only 6, it's an 8.
Son of a bitch. That's still really bad.
Yeah. So anyways, it's one of those things where easily, he's like, I'll mix my basins, and you, Yondis, like, all right, you make your way in there easily. We'll go back to Tyler in a minute. You make your way into the Orpheum and are able to go speak to, what's her name? Do you go speak to her alone, or do you specifically wait for Ophios?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. Ophios, outside, you were trying to sneak your way in and trying to get there when all of a sudden somebody screams as a reaction because they see a large snake. Ah!
Did they roll with disadvantage to see me?
Of course. You always get this. I mean, beating an 8 is not exactly difficult.
It's not. It's not hard.
So, what was it? So, it screams snake, and hearing the word snake, a couple of guards come over, reacting to it. A good 3 guards are going to come and converge on the point because of the fact that, well, I mean, literally, Rena is known as the Queen of Snakes. Why would they not go and attack that? We're going to use an old map that we've used a million times, and we're going to allow Tyler to jump into combat mode.
Without my gear.
Without your gear, in snake mode. So we delete Rena, delete Yondis, grab this guy, turn the X off of him, turn the X off of you, and have the guards converging on your point. I will have you able to roll initiative anytime you highlight your mini.
Highlight and initiative normal.
I'll do this in 2 small groups.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
It's not awful though because you got the one out of the way.
It's awful because I lose my first turn.
Oh, you implement that in this one?
Yeah.
Homebrew.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot that was implemented in this. Yeah, no action.
Yep,
no still have movement.
First round. So for those of you that are maybe new to watching these streams, we have a homebrew rule that if you roll natty 20 on initiative, you actually have an additional action. If you roll natty 1 on initiative, you actually have no action in the first round. You still have your bonus and move actions as normal. And holy crap, I'm on the wrong overlay. It's this one right here. It's supposed to be on. Hello.
Are you doing 3 guards or 2? Because I see 3.
3. Yep, that's what I said. 3 guards converge on the point.
I heard 2 earlier.
Oh, 3 guards converge on the point.
Well, fuck. All right.
Yep. So they are going to is very, very offset. I'm not offset. I just lean to the side. See? I just leaning out as I'm looking in the wrong direction. All right, cool. So let me zoom up just a smidge more.
And this is how Ophios dies.
And so the guards are going to rush up to attack. So one, it's not like they're like right in your face, but they are able to kind of rush over and make the attack against you. Everything's going to be melee attacks. And just because I do want to use the very few daddy's dice I have, which is, by the way, 1.
My AC right now, because I don't have my shield, is down to a 17.
Beautiful. I'm going to open roll with the guards. Here we go.
So just a -2 to my AC, just for you to remember, because I don't feel like changing it.
Nope, you're fine. And here we go. Make my, as the guy runs up and makes his attack against you. Oh, shit. This actually, change this here. Boom, boom. And this is here. And everything else is standard, so I don't need to change anything else. Bam.
We do need to add...
I went to GM. Sorry, I meant public. What's up?
We do need to add my snake form attacks.
What, your bite?
Yeah, my bite and my constrict or whatever.
I don't know if you have a constrict unless you got it from a feat.
It's a grapple thing that you said comes with my snake form early on in the game.
Okay, well, I mean, the constrict you probably wouldn't use right away, but your bite, right. Add your bite onto your character. It should say on your basic race or whatever what the bite attack damage is. Second attack against you is going to be a hit, and third attack against you is going to be a 15 total. Does not hit you, does it? Because you have a 16?
I have a 17.
17, so that one does not hit you. 10 points of damage. So as the 3 guards converge on your point, they're running over, drawing their swords. They're actually attacking and hit you for the total of 10 points of damage, which is an ouchie ouchie. As for your damage, let me go 5e. What are you, medium snake? Medium snake. I think it's like a viper or whatever it is. Giant poison.
I'm trying to see. I'm just using the lizard folk bite, which is...
it's usually 1d4 plus strength. For
it says if you hit with it, you deal piercing damage equal to 1d6 plus strength.
So for giant poisonous snake, which is a medium-sized beast, which is what you would be, is 1d4 plus strength piercing. Yeah, as opposed to 1d6. Lizard folk is tougher. They have a better one.
So name bite. It's 1d4 plus strength. What?
Or dex. Sorry, strength or dex. In this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Whichever one's better for you.
Is my attack roll dex?
For this one, yeah, it would be whichever's better for you. Strength or dex. Yep.
Okay, and then I have proficient. Is there a modifier to my bite attack?
Yeah,
dex
you'd be
plus...
proficient with your bite. Yeah.
Yeah, but do I have a dex plus blank
no,
for my attack?
No, it's just dex plus proficiency. Yeah.
Range is 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus damage is 1d4 plus dex or strength.
1d4
for the damage.
Dex. That's what I'm saying. You can choose strength or dex, and once you choose that, that's what sticks.
Okay.
Cool. So, anyways, in constrict would just be the same amount of damage. It'd be crushing instead of well, it'd be strength based, and it'd be crushing instead of piercing. Either way, so let us.
There would be a grapple roll though.
Yeah, it's your turn, sir.
All right. Well, I guess I will. Jesus, is 10 the max they can do? Because if I get hit by 2 more, I'm dead.
10 is the literal max that they can do. Yep, I rolled an 8 on a d8.
Good.
Pretty sure.
I'm going to attack. I can't attack on this turn. I don't have that. But I do have for the guy that hit me, because it is a reaction spell, Hellish Rebuke.
Bloop it in chat, please.
I'll just click the attack roll. It's cast at level 2 right now, so whoever hit me takes that.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
16.
I make the dexterity saving throw, just barely. So I take
So
8
he
points of
takes 8.
damage. So they are fluffed up, but still standing, even if just barely.
So that was my reaction. Technically, I have my bonus action.
Yep.
What do I have that's a bonus action spell? Oh, actually, I'm gonna Misty Step the fluff away from them because I'm currently flamed.
Sure, absolutely. You go to 30 feet away, choose a spot.
And those are all my spells, by the way.
Yep.
Where's 30 feet? 30 feet. 30 feet.
Yeah,
let's go up by.
House? Or do you have to
Let's
see it?
Yeah, it has to be within range. I don't think it says see. You must teleport to an unoccupied. You can't have to see it. I have to see it.
I would argue that you could see this space from where you are
Yeah.
behind the house, and then you could slither away. You can use your movement then to move 30 feet.
Yep. So I'm gonna do there. Teleport there. So, and then I will move my 30 feet.
Need to get yourself some rogue levels
Over there. So wherever that mark was, I forgot.
I got you. Ready?
Right here.
Yep.
All right.
That's not Mark. That's Ophios.
Boop.
There you go. Beautiful. Let me zoom in just a smidge more.
So essentially, they saw me vanish. Do they have to roll a perception check to see where I went? Or
I mean, yes, because you did teleport away, but it's not like you went out of sight, right? So they will be able to make a perception check.
Line of sight for this guy, maybe, but
yeah, but once one of them sees you, they can all see you. So I'm not worried about him. I'll roll for the other two. Ooh.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
6s? Do they see me?
To see if they actually can see you or not, roll me a stealth check.
I'm in snake form, so it's advantage. So
technically, I have to re-roll those with disadvantage.
No, just take them.
No, I have to re-roll those with disadvantage.
Then can we counter it by just having me roll stealth normal?
No.
Because they were engaged with me, so would my camouflage work or?
It's as soon as you go in snake form, you
All
can
right.
camouflage. Yeah.
All right, so I'll roll my stealth then. Yeah, good luck seeing me.
You actually do teleport away and start slithering and blending in with the pavement, the rock, and everything around, allowing you to slither away and out of this combat if you want to.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, and make your way into where it is. So when you finally make your way to where Yondis was waiting for you, you see this.
Ophios is clearly bleeding.
Bleeding. Okay.
Oh.
But he would probably get just inside or wherever to switch back into his normal form. He needs to stay hidden from everybody else too. So
that's great. I don't see you.
So Scott, for who's inside there so that Ophios can
You wouldn't
disappear.
be going in the front door, right? That would make no sense. You'd be coming through like an old broken window or something like that. And from that area that's there, you would end up transforming back into your normal form. Making your way over to where Yondis is, making your way downtown, walking fast faces. So
is there any clothes or anything he can just kind of cover himself with?
You'd be able to. I mean, you're inside an Orpheum. It's old and beat up and ratty, but you can find some old like performers' clothes. That are dusty and gross.
Essentially, what would happen when he's normal? He would just put all of that on and he'd just yell for Yondis.
You would be able to easily meet up with Yondis. We don't have to look for that. And
I'm still waiting for him.
Yep.
Okay. Then he'll show up there like that.
So he shows up and again like shitty.
And
old,
there's blood blood on it as well.
Yep.
Giannis, need my stuffs.
Ophios? I hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm not in snake form right now.
Here's your clothes, and I'll hand you back your bag.
He'll immediately put the hood on and then put the rest of his stuff on.
Did I Daelric, did I see a snake penis when he was there? No. Just bare skin, just scales.
You didn't see him in snake form.
No, yeah, I'm talking about your standing form.
Oh. Anyway, where's Nightingale's?
I'm still inside. I think I was waiting on you. You ready?
Well,
you look a little.
I'll be fine. So let's go. I'll rest later.
Do you want me to heal you a little bit? I know a spell.
He'll just acknowledge and say yes. Yes, I guess.
Why did you say yes? Awesome. Yeah, I just need to cast that.
What spell do you cast?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
On Tyler?
Yeah.
With your banjo?
No, I can just say it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Healing Word.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to scare him by getting the banjo in meta.
You got the rest of us excited.
Roll in chat. 4. I mean that puts me within range of hit dice, so.
Yep. So you go to meet up with what's her name? With Nightingale. And she's no longer on the stage since it's practically destroyed.
How did that happen? That's crazy.
She's instead going to be sitting in one of the rooms that are kind of like off to the side. Like if you were to go around, like, up in the balcony area that would look down. So you go all the upstairs where the balcony area is. It looks down. She's up there now. Like when you play an RPG and your
what is she gonna look
changes
at?
A little. She just sits there in the darkness. It doesn't matter to her either way.
Okay. It's just weird that she would purposefully climb stairs just to.
Nightingales. What's the words? Are they going to have an announcement? Are they going to expose themselves, or do we need to go hunt them in their house?
They haven't announced whether or not they're doing an announcement yet. Right now, they're hunting. They're hunting for you. They have Rena, and they want to quash the rest of this rebellion. They might win.
My questions from this. Do you think it's best we strike nows?
I think they're bold because they have so much victory under their belt. Steal their victory.
I thought so. They might be exposed nows. Where's Flint's?
He was playing with his rocks.
Ophios will just laugh.
You guys, since you're on a balcony, you notice Flint like going onto the stage and starting to fix like the damage he caused. Not very well. Not very. Like I'm using mending. I'm like taking like little sections at a time. It's not good.
Flint's. It seems a change of plans has taken place.
All right.
Where's Laszlo's and his men's? Are they in there working alongside the guards as it stands?
They're fighting them, battling. As every time I hear news, they're not doing well. The guards are bold right now. And the people have not stood up.
I think it's time we take the barracks and head straight to the house.
I think it's time.
Either you guys head to the house first and Rena and I fight our ways out of the barracks separate, or we bring it together as a group. Thoughts?
Storm it. He yells up from the balcony. So from the stage.
First?
So you're saying grab Rena and then storm?
He's saying they attack the barracks from the outside while you go from the inside. You storm the whole barracks, take the whole thing together.
Yep. So it seems.
Let's free a queen.
Get in positions.
Hypothetical queen.
You'll know when ready. Speaking of which.
More like a morale boost.
Flints, can I borrow one of your stones? Pointing specifically to the one on your hammer.
We can't have that one. But he reaches into his pocket and gives you the brightest glowing one. So Scott, this is the one that had the level 3.
Cool. And you throw it up there, right?
Would he throw it? After last night, no.
Make a wisdom check with advantage.
He wouldn't do it after last night, though. He's not wise, but he's not an idiot.
With advantage. If you roll that double 91s, you deserve to throw it.
Just a flat wisdom?
With advantage.
Advantage.
Okay. Double 5s!
2 5s!
I don't know what the DC you set for yourself is.
I didn't set a DC for myself because he's
It was
not
a natty,
an idiot.
It was natty 1 or
not wise, but not stupid.
DC was 2.
Flint, maybe
DC was
maybe
2.
don't throw it. All
right. Flint gets ready to throw it up there, and you're like, no.
We'll come down for it, Flint.
Oh, all right. Puts it back in.
Speaking of which, let's discuss the plans for a moment while I rest. Or perhaps you guys head to positions, and I'll let you know when I'm ready. Essentially, Scott, I'm saying, can I have a short rest?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
That way I can have my spells back
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
be able to roll one of my hit die at least.
In discussing the plans, Flint would say, well,
You can roll 1-1.
Yeah, I know.
you can get inside.
All right,
But you're going to have to fight your way out.
that's full health.
We can fight the outside to help. But what if we maybe made it so that the outside could get inside much easier? What if we blew up a wall?
Then we worry about structures and stuff falling upon us down in the basements.
Hey, I mean, you'll be fine, right?
Essentially, squash the guards upstairs. I'm sure Irina and I will attend with the others. And by the way, looking at Yondis, brings the horses.
Oh, I gotta bring the horses.
Because he's essentially looking to you because you know where they are.
Every single time I bring the horses, I miss the fight. Always last.
You'll have plenty of action as the guards will be up tops. My job is to get Rena out. And get what information and people out as possible.
Why do we need horses?
To get to the house faster after we're freed.
Oh.
Would it take longer to get a horse? Tie it off outside?
All right.
Would it just go straight there?
Well, let's just go get the horses. We'll go get the horses. You go ahead of us, though. You have to get in before we even start anything.
You're not wrong. As long as you're outside when it starts, because the instant I'm in.
We're gonna leave right now to go get the horses, but we'll meet you there immediately.
The horses are in the Emporium. I don't know why you guys are worried about how far to go to get the horses.
Oh, that's a horse? Okay. I call them something different, but that's okay.
Sexy.
Yeah, we'll let's just we'll get the horses.
Let's go.
We'll meet up. Okay, bye. Yeah, bye.
Rena's face just said, "Please, I'm uncomfortable." She's like, "I saw that John Oliver episode too. It was uncomfortable then as well." That right there is a fuckable horse. Like.
Anyway, Ophios is going to try and sneak out of the Orpheum in his full garb. He is not going snake form, and he's heading to the barracks in a roundabout way to try and get there stealthily to the side, where he thinks he can peer in and see where Rena is.
So you are going to lead when you leave this place about an hour later. One of the things that what's her name says, Nightingale says, "Could you do me a favor? Could you guide me out of here?"
She says that specifically the Ophios?
Yeah. No, to you guys. Whoever.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely lend you that favor. I will help you out of here. We're even though, right?
She looks at you and gives you a bit of a wry smile and says, "I don't think that's the kind of favor that I meant."
Bounce, chicken, wow, wow, chicken, wow.
Will, if you want to try to follow up, you could try to follow up and make a diplomacy. Persuasion check
I
with
want to persuade. Yeah, I want to persuade that.
You are fighting an uphill battle on this one.
That's all right. Disadvantage. That's fine. I'm good at that.
What's persuasion? Yeah. Wasn't a bad roll.
Do you want to use luck on that, Will?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, we might need our luck.
Yeah, I'm not using luck on that. I might be dead in an hour.
She says, "We can discuss things later," and places a hand on your shoulder.
Size. Okay.
All right, and then you guys leave out. Go to your different directions, so on and so forth. Obviously, Tyler, you're heading to that window.
Yeah. Do we need to roll stealth at all because Yondis and I are recognizable?
Actually, I would have the idea of having Yondis maybe lay on the back of my horse as if he's like a dead body as I ride the horse, and only taking one horse because one, it's more stealthy.
Check for that one, sure.
Deception.
Deception.
Are you only bringing one? Because we're gonna the whole party can't ride one horse.
I know, but like it's more important for like Rena and you to hop on a horse and get out of there. Like I'm not necessarily. I'll just make up time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And also,
it's also stealthy.
Yondis can run really fast.
Yeah. So, me deception or Yondis deception?
You and Yondis. Do you take his bag so he can snake his way out again?
I'm not snaking.
Okay.
I'll take
I need equipment.
I'll take that nat 20. Thank you.
Hey, I gave you that nat 1 beforehand, so
it evened out.
Well, I also got the nat 20 stealth earlier, but I nat 1'd on the Giannis perception and then my hit dice, so that probably balanced that.
You make your way out of there. Again, you've done work around this area as well, Will. Not so much to really have much of a reputation, but when they see you walking by with the corpse and the horse, they look over at it. Guards kind of look at you and like, that one of them?
I would say potentially its face is too messed up for me to tell.
Drop it off over at the barracks. We'll see if you earn some coin.
Ooh.
Perfect.
That's where you want to head too. That's so good.
All right. And you start heading there with Yondis. Ophios. Let's
You
see if
need
I
me to
can
roll
finish kicking your ass at those 3 guards.
You need me to roll stealth?
Please.
This is a normal roll because I'm not snake form. Oh my god! Hey, as long as you keep that, if it's the same 3 guards, that one guy's fluffed up.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Oh god. We're about to have another combat.
Yep.
Actually, guard.
Now, why would they attack a random hooded man in the streets? That is
after they attack the snake.
I mean, Ophios' face has been seen. His parent face has been seen time and time again in these fights and whatnot. So the guards, once again, do notice Ophios. It's one of those things where they see him. But just because they see you doesn't necessarily mean they get to immediately start attacking you, so on and so forth. You can try to run away if you want to.
That would be what he would do, because Ophios has a place he needs to be.
Then we're going to make this nice and simple. We're going to have you try to run away. If you fail, it's going to end up being a combat. If you win, it's not going to be a combat. This is going to be, as always, like a rock, paper, scissors thing. You are going to get... it's going to be a rock, paper, scissors thing. On your roll, you are going to be rolling... what's it called?
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics check on this, but don't roll yet. Because...
Can I roll acrobatics instead?
What was that?
Can I roll acrobatics instead, like he's running through houses or anything like that?
You have to win at least 1 athletics first to give yourself the opportunity to do that. But I will tell you this: someone just gave you Winifred's wisdom, which means that you have advantage on the next on your next roll. Next roll of your choice, really, more or less. What it gives you
is inspiration.
Inspiration. It doesn't carry though; they can't have double inspiration. So
I'm just gonna roll athletics normal.
Normal. Okay.
I'm saving my inspiration.
Okay.
We'll see. They have to roll better.
Yep, but there's more than one of them, so
they have advantage.
For a second, I thought I saw a 1. Oh, why do they have advantage? Oh, because they saw me?
Because they're assisting.
Yeah, it's more than one of them.
Oh.
So they are going to easily catch up to you, Ophios. I'm sorry, I rolled a natty 20. Counts as 2 successes. Rock crushes everything. Roll for initiative, sir. Hit your
Yep. Once the map's up, I'll do it.
And then hold on. Same map as before. We're gonna go clicky clacky, and
this time positioning. Okay. Where's positioning on this then? How it is?
Yeah, it's fine. Because they're chasing after you. We can actually have you be a little bit further out too. It's fine. Okay.
Jesus, I'm rolling shit.
You are.
At least it wasn't a natty 1 this time.
I'm rolling with a +1. And the other
You have to waste your spells on these guys.
Yeah, that's the good news is I have an item that can help me in that situation.
So one of the guards, I say 2 out of the 3 guards get to go first. So one of them is actually going to take a shot at you with his crossbow, trying to hit you with that. Oh, sorry. Wrong. My
AC's a 19 now, by the way.
That's fine. That's going to be a miss. The other one's going to rush at you and attack you with their weapon. And
there's only 2.
Did they get to share the same initiative?
Yeah, those 2 do. And the other one has his own initiative.
Oh, he hits my shield as well.
Yep. It's your turn, sir.
Ophios is gonna just merely turn and strike this guy. With his falchion. Wait, how far does my poison spray go? I need to check that.
You're gonna want, I think, 2 people in range for that.
10 feet. Yeah, I would want 2 people in range for that. So he's just gonna strike with his falchion.
Hey! I'm telling you, today's the day of the falchion. Today's the day of the falchion.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
It really is the day of the falchion.
Oh man, I think Anno is twitching right now.
Oh
Jesus Christ! This is an uninjured one too. Oh my God. So you just drop that guy. Straight drop that guy.
So he turns and just says, I have places. He basically says, and just swings full force as he turns from running and slices his head clean off.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's intimidating as fuck. But the other guy was already mid-run over towards you, because you know the way initiative works. Was mid-run over towards you, and he is going to attack at you as well.
I still have my bonus action and my movement.
Please, what do you?
My movement would have been to continue moving forward in the direction I need to go.
Sure.
And my bonus action. What do I have for bonus actions? I'm not going to use my spell, so I don't really have anything bonus action wise unless I want to use Hexblade's Curse or Hex, and I don't want to. So I'm just going to run 30 feet max in the direction of the barracks.
Makes
sense. In a way that's not directly to the barracks, because he doesn't want to alert the guards that he's going towards the barracks.
That's okay. I'm just trying to shoot you a little bit. I just want you to be a little softened up when you get there. God damn it! Okay. And the other guard, top of initiative now, the injured one, moves up as well and takes his shot against you with his crossbow.
You want to just put them 30 feet from me right now instead?
Yep, I can move that.
Okay.
1 second.
And he has fumbles!
Twang!
The string breaks on his crossbow.
Yep. It's your turn, sir.
It's my turn?
Do you choose to like double move? Like, what do you want to do?
If I can double move to re-stealth, essentially,
we can go back into a run scene. You're able to pull away enough. We can go back into a running scene.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start running away from them again. It's gonna be an athletics check, you versus them. Normal, of course. Cool. You rolled like shit again.
I still have my inspiration, but I'm refusing to use it. I want to save it for an important moment.
No longer 3, so I'm gonna roll for 1. Are you kidding me? Well,
they don't gain that much.
They beat you, but it's again rock paper scissors. You roll again. Best out of 3. That's more or less how it goes. That's what
I rolled. It should pop. There you go.
It's a tie right now. You can actually potentially pull away from them and not have to fight them any longer, just leaving an injured guard.
Use your advantage.
Can I use my acrobatics now?
You've pulled away enough. You can. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. Ooh, thought that was a 20.
They'll follow after you using their acrobatics.
Oh, I thought that was a 20 as well.
I thought that was a 20 as well.
I was scared.
Ophios disappears.
Okay. And so, Purple Haze. I can never get into that one.
I don't like loggers in general.
Ophios
Good.
gets away.
One guard down and got away.
God damn it.
Got free.
I'm very expensive, thank you. And so you were able to get away. You boys are able to get easily up to the barracks and hold yourselves up, no problems. At one point in time, Yondas just kind of like sits himself up, takes in his tongue from that with X's on the eyes look they had going on for a while, and pull up to the barracks, no problem. Ophios is behind by several minutes, but he gets there too finally. I imagine from a distance you guys were able to give each other the nod.
Ophios is going to look in that window first to see if he sees Rena. Is that a perception check?
Looking into the window, you do not see Rena. However, you can roll a perception. What you do see, we'll deal with in a minute. Flashing back a little bit in time because they took a short rest instead of coming to you right away, Rena. At one point in time, the door click, click, opened up again between that door and the outside, and hearing more noise out there as the door opens. And that one obnoxious fucking guard comes walking in again, shutting the door behind him. This time he has the spear with him. Why don't we take a break? Come back in a moment.
Be right back.
My favorite part is Rena has a weapon and a door. She's about to kill some bitches.
Going to murder.